So I have worked on this outfit a little bit more than I probably should have before starting to record. So I have kind of finished. This is like my upper part, so the yokes, and then I'm working on the skirt. That's what's draped on my lap and actually up against my sewing machine. I am working on that. I'm gonna sew everything by machine with French seams. So this has all French seams in it. And then I'm gonna hand gather everything because I feel like that's gonna be easier than me gathering with my machine, because my machine's a bugger when it comes to the gathers. So I'm gonna hand gather it. But I wanted to come and talk on here. So the main reason why I started doing this without recording is I was really confused. The pattern I'm using is this one here, and it's already been used. I had to actually extend some of the panels, so I added like 6 inches on the side of these, and added like 3 inches to the top part so it actually fit me. So I'm very broad-shouldered, but other than that, that's all. And I used a king bed sheet. This is what I'm going to use for the front and back ruffle. I think I should have enough. I might not do the ruffle. I might just do it as one straight edge, but I don't know just yet. I might also do some loops for my buttons. My button hole's going down, so we're deciding things as we go. that's for sure. So we'll see how we're sitting. I'm gonna sew up the rest of these side seams for this body part, and then I'm gonna put this onto the mannequin and get it all gathered down to be the right size. So yeah, this is the front. I actually have the front, like the top part pinned closed, and then it's all pinned around. All of my facings are in and everything, because I'm not lining the whole thing. And then I have French seamed my shoulder seams, and then I have really big puffy sleeves, and then I just have to finish the cuffs for this and we'll be done.
Okay, so this is gonna be, I feel like people are gonna think this is so stupid. For me, it's not stupid. So I've been trying to work at building this YouTube channel for years. Like working at it, just trying new things, deleting things, all this other stuff. And the most recent video I've posted for November, I got my first ever comment, and I very little edited this. It was kind of a rush project that I just needed to get done to fill in space. So for somebody to comment on it means so freaking much. Like that just has gotten the most views out of all of my other stuff. And there's some, like in my opinion, some really good stuff in here. Like 44 views? That's so crazy. I am so excited by this. This makes me want to cry. Oh my god. Anyway, let's practice this embroidery. So here I have decided to do elastic. I could not find a way that I liked that worked really well. I slightly had changed the elastic before finishing the garment, but which caused me to cut back into it, but it's all right. This worked really well in the end. It was my really pretty daylight. I officially love this couch that I put in my sewing room, but I know it's kind of hard to see. I've done this flower, this leaf, and this little pull-up thing. I'm just going to do that. It's taking me like 35 minutes just to do the row here and that, which of course when I have a little bit of thicker thread it won't be as difficult, but I really love this design, and I'm just testing out to make sure I can still do a satin stitch, and I still can, so we love that. I definitely think this is going to go all over everything that I make for this project. I definitely want to put it on the belt, as well as at least on the nightgown itself. I might not put it on the actual jacket part, just because of time, because I do have an embroidery that's going to go on the Watteau pleat that is about the size of this. That embroidery will go onto the belt. It just of course be smaller than this. I'm very happy with how this came out. I think it's really pretty, and I think with some thicker thread it'll be really, really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo this guy, and yeah, I'm very happy with how this turned out. I should have left a little bit longer, like edging around my embroidery thing. That would help me keep it taut, but
So I didn't
yeah,
actually do this
really
embroidery, to be honest. I practiced
I'm gonna
it
do
and I
it out
just
of pencil.
could
That was
not
just so
get
I
it
could
to
see it a
where
little
I
easier
wanted
with
it,
the
but I
pen.
did want to continue to show you guys it.
But yeah, I actually
What I did
liked
end
it,
up doing
and I
was do
definitely think I'm gonna move
embroidery
forward with
on
this
a
embroidery
machine
design.
that I had
It
gotten
isn't
for
super difficult to do.
Christmas,
The next one's gonna
and
be really difficult to do, and I know
that's
that.
how
And
I
I'm just
did
gonna
almost
wait a little
all
bit
of
longer
the
before I
embroidery.
do it.
Yep, nope,
So,
all of the embroidery for this project.
but this is gonna go along the whole neckline of the nightgown part of this, and then along the edges of the belt that I'm putting on. So yeah, very happy with this. I think it came out good, and now I just have to get some embroidery floss. Hopefully I can get some here soon. So I don't think I own any. I might have to go through my stuff again and make sure I don't own any, but yeah, very, very happy with it. I might go lay back down because I woke up for no particular reason and decided to work on my projects. So we might go lay down, we might do some crocheting because I still have to finish the crocheted lace for the sleeves for the nightgown. This thing keeps trying to fall on me. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
For Christmas time this year, we've had enough of fighting and dying in the streets. For Christmas,
Okay, don't mind the mess on the table. There's like 6 projects going on right now. But I wanted to discuss part of this project. So, I really have not gone into detail with my underdress for my Christmas project. So let's talk about it while I put it on to show you guys what it looks like right now. I did not make a mock-up of this before I just demonstrate the pattern, which I really think I should have. This is very oversized on me. Definitely could have, I didn't have to take anything off. I misunderstood. Woo. I misunderstood the pattern when making it. And the way I understood it was that the front part, the yokes, all had to go underneath my arm, like my sack dress that I made in my last video. Learned after cutting it all out that, of course, this is actually my underarm. So this drops about 2-3 inches off my shoulders, but that is okay. I think I will live with it dropping just a little bit below my shoulders. The only thing that I don't like, which I knew may be a potential problem for me, is the length. The only reason I don't like the length, it is very, very long. Me not having any type of shoes on trips over it. And I planned to wear this with flats, just some plain white flats that I could find. And if I can get this button on, that'd be great. My other complaint
So
with it
here
is
I am
this likes
working
to
on 3D
fold back.
rose
That is
leaves
the reason.
things
Buttons
for
are
the
top. I originally
sleeves.
wasn't gonna put
I'm
any
absolutely
buttons on
obsessed with them.
But the original pattern called for like a super ruffled collar, and I did not want that, as the jacket is going to have, of course, the huge collar with all the lace I've made, plus like the standing collar. I just didn't want anything getting in the way. I am finding out that these buttons, we're going to go, there we go. So this is what it looks like. I just stepped so much on it going backwards. I'm going to show you my floor. It puddles onto the floor, very much so. I'm not wearing shoes, I'm just wearing socks so y'all can't see my dogs and me creepy. It puddles, so this is something I will very much so step on when I'm working. I actually do really love the length of it, which kind of sucks, because I do like how it does puddle on my feet. I think what I might do, because I like the back, I think it will kind of do its thing. I like how the back kind of trains, because that'll also be what I might do, because I'm going to be making the waist belt, is I might just fold it when I have the waist belt on and pin it, so that I don't have to worry about stepping on it when I'm walking forward. Backwards, I'm not stepping on it very much, so I think that'll be okay. I'm not walking backwards very much at work, so yeah. So let's talk about construction. Let's actually sit down in the couch. little too tall. Let's break that up. That's okay. Alrighty, so don't mind my big old pillow. Kind of need it. It's helping my back out a lot as I'm doing a lot of hand sewing right now, working on a few other projects. Let's talk about this project. Talk about this underdress. I want to talk about it a little bit more because I know I won't get this in the video. I won't be able to voice over any parts of this video, not only just for the lace, but also just for this overdress in general. So most of this dress is actually made at my work. Sewing wise, I hand sewed besides this, all of the gathering because I wanted a little bit more control over it. There is no lining with this. This is also made out of a bed sheet that I got at the thrift store. Of course, pre-washed it before cutting it out just to make sure everything starch-wise was out of it. There was no worry about it warping in some way. One of the reasons why I don't want to hem it, again, is I didn't actually hem this. I used the original hem off of the fabric, and I think I added about an inch, maybe 2, to this whole thing because of that. I absolutely loved this pattern and will definitely use it again. It is just a pattern I found on, not on anywhere actually. I found it probably at a thrift store. It may have been gifted to me. I don't exactly know. I don't have it right next to me to be able to show you guys the pattern. But I did actually really like using it, and I kind of plan to make a few more of these, some of them shorter. It also has a pants pattern. I would love to have a whole bunch of stuff like this where it's super comfortable, because these, I love wearing nightgowns. I think they're extremely comfortable and versatile. Of course, they will be probably a lot shorter. I prefer my nightgowns actually to hit just below my knee, kind of like most of my dresses. The only reason I'm doing this as long as I am is for historical accuracy. Now, a lot of things that I have on here, I wanted to finish all of my seams so that it could be machine washable. I still don't know if it's going to be machine washable due to the lace. This is hand done. I hand crocheted everything lace-wise on this project. And I'm also going to be hand sewing all the embroidery unless I have a certain gift that comes in a little bit early. Me and my boyfriend are doing a little bit of an early Christmas gifts for each other, and if mine comes in, he gets his early. His is actually coming today, which is November 24th, the day after Thanksgiving. I am very happy with this whole thing. The button actually here, because the whole thing with this is actually roses. I found a pattern that had these beautiful 3D rose motifs, which I will link that video down below because you need to support that creator. That's also one of the reasons why I didn't want to show me the process of me making this, because they have an amazing tutorial. It's 4 parts. It's absolutely extremely detailed. I didn't follow it exactly, but I followed everything for every single row. The only thing I didn't follow was attaching them together because I didn't know exactly how many I would need for my project. In total for this project, for each of these panels, which I would say, especially at the beginning, took me at least around 45 minutes to an hour to make each little rose. I had to make, so this is 6 on my cuffs, 13 in total too, because there's 7 for the collar that goes onto the red piece. So that took me a really long time. It actually almost took me 2 to 3 weeks to finish all of the crochet work. I did decide to kind of go unhistorically accurate with the way this is. It's actually a piece of elastic. The reason being is just my own comfort. I am going to be working in this, so I'm going to have to be able to pull my sleeves up to be able to wash things down. I'm actually gonna, with the person I'm gonna be working with, I'm gonna ask if it's okay that I don't do the kitchen that night, because we have to clean our kitchen, our dining room, living room, stuff of that nature, and I'm gonna see if it's okay that I clean something other than the kitchen, because I clean it a lot. Anyway, but yeah, and then my lace covers the hands. I actually really do like this. I didn't think I would, but the more I throw this on, the more I actually don't mind it. I think if I did do this again, I would use a softer lace material. I know that there's one out there that I'm thinking of. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's super duper soft. I have never made lace. This was my first project making lace. The reason I decided to do that is I do have another big project that I really want to make all of the lace appliques for. I don't want to use pre-made lace or lace that I can find at Walmart, because I want to do, again, as historically accurate as I can, especially for that one. The only thing that's going to be different about that historical accuracy is I probably am going to use my embroidery machine due to time crunches. Another thing is I am going to start doing hand embroidery all along the neckline and down this. There's not going to be any other embroidery on this garment itself. There will be embroidery on, there might be on the belt. I'm still deciding on the belt if I want to add embroidery or not, but there will definitely be embroidery on the overcoat. I think I'm going to do some on these slits that open up on my arm. There's going to be a big motif on the back of the watteau pleats. I have no historical evidence for having a embroidery piece on the back of the watteau pleat. The reason I am doing it is just purely I want it. I really want this embroidery. It is really beautiful, very Victorian and Edwardian-esque, just like right on the cusp, and so I'm really excited to make this. Another thing is, the reason why I say my belt may or may not have it, I want to maybe wear that belt for other things, so maybe wearing it for with a black skirt and a white bodice instead of just this outfit, because I'm actually using a I think it's called a black snails. Anyway, so yes, it is black snails pattern, sewing pattern 1116, the Edwardian belt. This is what it looks like, and I want to be able to wear it with other things, so that's kind of the goal for this. But it is what it is. I am really happy with this project, and I cannot wait to add the embroidery. I am going to lay this out here soon, probably on my floor, because my table is covered in stuff right now.
This whole editing process of this video has been so chaotic, and I have deleted half of my footage on accident and can't get it back now. But thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I hope to see you guys another day. Please support me on Patreon and all of my socials, which will be linked down below. Thank you.